Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And for the longest, a lot of people have only discussed what would happen to Sprint if the T-Mobile and Sprint merger wasn't approved. But now we got to start looking at what will T-Mobile do if the merger isn't approved. So most analysts agree, and I have agreed to that as well. T-Mobile is going to continue growing at least through the year 2020 in terms of the growth that they've had in the past. So this year, they are still going to maintain similar growth patterns that we've seen in 2019, 2018, 2017. But what happens to T-Mobile as a standalone beyond 2020? And what I mean by that, so we have the auction coming up of the CBRS. T-Mobile clearly discussed that that's not a transformative spectrum layer that they would like for 5G, and that'll just add, it'll be another tool that they add to the toolbox for LTE and small cells. So it's another spectrum layer. Of course, it'll help capacity, but it's not something that's going to be transformative for 5G as stated by Neville Ray. Now we have another auction coming up in December of 2020, which is the C-band auction. That spectrum, more transformative, more bandwidth available as well. But now T-Mobile would have to go against the deep pockets of AT&T and Verizon as a standalone. Can they really compete with the big two if we're talking money? And what I mean by that, again, the way to clear that spectrum is through incentive payments. So the first incentive payment is due in 2021, and that incentive payment will go towards 100 megahertz to be cleared. T-Mobile is not going to be able to compete with the deep pockets of AT&T and Verizon in that 2021 year. They're not going to have enough. When both go after that 100 megahertz, T-Mobile is not going to be able to outbid both of them. It's not going to happen. So now we have another incentive auction that's due in 2023. Can T-Mobile make a payment there? Yeah, they can. That's more realistic of T-Mobile to make that payment in 2023 for that incentive auction. But in the meantime, starting in 2022, again, Verizon and AT&T are going to go full throttle rolling out that C-band spectrum for 5G, and T-Mobile is going to be behind. So what will T-Mobile do from now if merger's not approved until then? Can they create another partnership quickly enough? Do they look into another merger? We all saw how long the Sprint and T-Mobile merger took. So if they wanted to merge with another company, it wouldn't happen overnight. They would have to go through that same process again, face even more scrutiny, because now if the merger's not approved, the whole federal regulatory approval is thrown out the window. So it just makes it really tough for either company. We know Sprint is already in worse shape. T-Mobile still better on their balance sheet. They got more money. But now we're looking at the type of spectrum that's needed. And T-Mobile as a standalone is not going to have the deep pockets as Verizon and AT&T. Of course, T-Mobile could go into more debt or ask Deutsche Telekom for money. But I mean, there's just no telling how that's going to work out. Is there a return on investment for T-Mobile? Yes. Can they maintain the growth? Yes. But they need more spectrum, and they want to have transformative spectrum to go to 5G, and that's in the mid band that they would gain with the T-Mobile merger. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Do you think T-Mobile and Sprint are both kind of bad off, although one is better than the other? But if you look at standalone scenarios competing against the big two's deep pockets, it's just not looking too great. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you are notified when I upload content. Also follow all of the Tech Life social media outlets for more updates. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.